Hello everyone, so this is Nakul this side. I'm a leadership coach by profession. I've been helping thousands of students so far, and I've been trying to share leadership decision making which can help a lot of people in life. So let me just get you through a couple of examples, and I'll try to take 10 to 15 minutes of your time. And before starting the session, I would like to thank MITWS and Karan Pratap sir for giving me this opportunity. He has been a great person. I've been working with him from last 3 to 4 years. So let me just start a great example which made me to learn more about leadership, because we all need great leaders in the system to take the society to the next level or a better humanity level. So let me just put up an example from Mr. Simon Sinek, one of the top leadership coach in the country, in the world. He shared an example when Titanic ship was getting ready. So there was a government law which stated that all the ships should have 80% of the life jackets on the ship. But what happened due to the bad leadership, they had 80% of the life jackets, but it was on the old size of the ship. So now after a few months, they have increased the size of the ship to almost 4x. And they didn't change the number of life jackets, or they didn't get more number of life jackets, and that is one of the biggest reason we ended up losing so many lives after that incident. And I personally believe leadership is very, very important in all aspects of life, either it is research, personal life, relations, or research, R&D, businesses, politics, everywhere it can be applied. So I'm going to give you a very glimpse or a nice way of decision making, which I have learned from all the top leaders so far in last 10 years. So we all 99% people make decisions in a pattern. The pattern goes like this. The first topmost priority of any decision you could see in life is, it is always personal, family, society, country, and world. Now when you see and analyze all the top-notch leaders like Kalam Saab, Swami Vivekananda, Mother Teresa, or any big examples for that sake, you could see they have always worked in a different pattern. The pattern goes like this: humanity on the top, then world, then country, then society, and then family, and then personal. By personal, people take it wrong here. By personal, we don't mean that you don't do anything for yourself. It just means that your basic necessities should be taken care. Now let's take an example of Kalam Saab. He devoted his life for the country of the people, people, and empowering India. Correct. Now you could see he was getting his bread and butter. He was very well established in his life also. So focus is, while you make decisions in life, your focus should be always outward rather than inward. Because the more you take inward decisions, the more you have a chance of losing happiness in life. So let me just give you great examples, a few other examples of O.P. Munjalji. I have 40 plus examples, but I would be happy to connect you all over maybe personal social media profiles and probably set up a session there to discuss more example. But I have planned to cover 3 examples here basically. So 3 example goes like this. So O.P. Munjalji is a founder of Hero Cycle. He started the company from very ground zero with a couple of his brothers. And what happened is, after a long journey, he practiced good days and bad days, both the things he has seen there. And I'm inspired about his leadership journey, because he has been practicing really great things. So one of the great example I remember is once one of the employee, who was a retired employee, got a heart attack, and he came to know about it. So he asked his manager to set up a meeting and to visit to him at hospital. And when he went there, he told that, sir, you have really served us very well, and I would like to thank you for all the services you have offered to us during your tenure. Now it is our chance to serve you. So please don't worry about the bill and payments of the medicines and all. We'll be taking care of everything from my personal account. Don't worry about it. This was just one beautiful example. Another example by O.P. Munjalji again. So he had a very great relationship with all the employees working at his company. And though he don't consider anyone as an employee in his company, he always considered them as a family member. So what happened, one day he found a person, a gentleman who used to work in first shift he was working on the second shift, and he asked him, "Gentlemen, why you are here?" And he said, "Sir, I'm trying to work really hard because I want to put my kid in an English medium school, and so I thought I'll try to make some extra money." Then he stated, "No, please take care of your health first, okay? And do let me know the name of the school and what is the other requirements and all. My manager will take care of every other thing from my personal account," correct? So these are two beautiful examples. There are many such examples from other top leaders. So I would put another two examples before I wind up, and maybe a glimpse or final note once I wind up, so that you'll get a crux of the session and how we can probably take up this path, on a better leadership. Another beautiful example is from APJ Kalam Sahab. So Kalam Sahab usually used to have walking hours during 3:30 or 3 p.m. In his apartment area and all. So when he was taking a walk, he asked his PA or assistants, that let us not go to that particular area where they were walking in the garden side. And then his PA was shocked, why sir is telling like that. So he asked, "Sir, what happened? Is there any problem?" He said, "My dear friend, you could not see there probably. There's a honeybee. She's trying to work for the, his whole, whole team, correct? So I guess we should all respect that and let her work. Let us not go near that, because if we go near that, she'll get disturbed. So it is always better, because we should always appreciate such people who are working for the community." So this was another great, heart-touching example by Kalam Sahab. And you can understand the beauty about his nature, his divine nature for the people, for the system. I guess that's the beauty. Then another example by Swami Vivekananda. So what happened, and I've been telling this to a lot of youth and other people, there's a big question in front of us, correct? There are so many people going and coming in our life, or probably taking birth and getting died. But why these certain people are only being known forever? Because they have really made a great decision making. They have really worked for people, correct? So you could see an example here on Swami Vivekananda when he was in America. He was delivering lectures and all. So what happened, one day he was given a very nice cozy bed, and he didn't really liked it. So what he did is he came down on ground floor, and he started setting his bed there. While he was setting, he was stating that his country people are having only one-time meals in a day. How he can enjoy these cozy beds or nice beds? So he said, "I'm not at all interested in this. I'm really feeling pain about my country. I really want to go and help them." And that is how his journey ends, because he was really dedicated towards the country and development of the country. And that is what I mean to convey with my decision making, what I've learned from people here, all these top-notch people. If we start taking our thought process towards the people, I guess things will really change. Another great corporate example I just put it here about Jio. So you could see that Jio recently came up with a great strategy of giving good quality internet, or probably almost like 1 GB a day internet, correct? Which was very, very limited in previous days. So why they did this? They understood that there's huge number of youth there in the country. If we can empower them, obviously youth has to take a call on how they were going to use this internet. So if they're going to use this in a right way, they can usually do or do wonders with this, correct? So and again, if you see the business strategy here, it's the crowd. It's not their personal agendas. If they make decision on the personal level, I guess business will never work, correct? So always it is about the people. And the day you start making decisions for the people in your life, things will obviously change. So I have practiced this personally on the ground level, and that's the reason I'm telling you with 100% commitment that it is really going to work with everyone. Only thing is you have to start changing that intent. And I've seen even a small kid, you might have even seen from your end also, any 1.5 year, 2 year or 3 year old kid, they usually believe in sharing food until unless you have not taught them, not to share and all. They usually have an intention to share their food with others, correct? And that is the beauty about them. And we all were born with this great leadership quality of giving away for people or sharing with people, correct? Or doing it for the others. We have been known for it, but what happened is when we grow in our life, we've been taught about competition. If you're not if you're not earning crore rupee a month or a year, you are not a great successful person. I guess these are the things we have to scrap away from our society. What real leadership and real great person means is A good person who's earning for his bread and butter in a very niceful manner, not by harming anyone, and by doing it more for the society rather than becoming a billionaire and a top-notch person. That is not an idea. That's not an ideological way of going about it. So I would appreciate everyone if you can just start implementing this in your life. Another great example, maybe just before winding up, is, so imagine there's a tube light in your home or a fan in your home. How you could put this decision making for that fan, correct? So imagine you're using that for 24 hours. It will surely get burned out very easily, correct? So what are the time you are there in the room and what is the specific time you require that fan to run, correct? So use that for 3 hours and then give a rest. So you can start implementing the same decision making for outer side of the world, in this pattern. And I hope this session was helpful for you. Please feel free to drop your feedbacks, if any. You can either drop feedbacks to Karan sir, or you can always write to me at Nakul Mehrotra, NakulMehrotra@gmail.com. All the very best wishes for your leadership journey, and I'm looking forward to have a wonderful time with you all. All the best wishes. Keep rocking. Thank you. Namaste.